Hey everybody, welcome back to the road to Halloween Horror Nights. Just do this little flipperoo here. I don't know why it always does that. But this is episode 3. That's right. We're on the trilogy of the episodes. And Felix wants to make his channel debut wearing his first official Killer Clowns piece of merch.
Like mom and dad.
We're repping tonight. Hold on, pull it down. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
There you go,
I
buddy.
can't get over that.
So
We're
cute.
clowns.
Go to PetSmart. Anybody, Nadia, Kevin, I don't know. Maybe they have do they have anything? Do they ever like do shirts for birds? They have to, right? Like there has to be shirts for birds. Yeah? No?
Hey, I like how you're muted.
Wait, what?
You're muted.
I was muted. My mic mutes itself. I don't know why. It's
Oh, I was like, whoa, hold on, wait, they're not muted.
I'm sure there are shirts for birds because they have harnesses. So I'm assuming.
Would you ever put a shirt on your bird?
No, my bird won't even let me touch him.
What?
Mhm.
I think I have a bird at the moment.
What is he doing?
That
What
ass
did you
though.
do?
He's become a parrot.
Damn, that's a fat ass.
Saying Felix,
Um,
what that ass do?
What that is. I mean, if
Watch
he's
him just
comfy, I
squirt
can.
out with Doogie.
No.
Felix, no. I guess I live with this now.
But so yeah, so tonight we're gonna be pooping on Stranger Things. So I guess that's what he's in that position. I guess that made sense.
Yeah, he's like, actually, I hate Stranger
Yeah,
Things.
not a well. Look, okay. We here at Fans of Something are semi fans of Stranger Things. We're on season 1. Personally, it hasn't hooked me to the point where I feel like I need to continue on with the show. Like I'm not addicted to it the way The Walking Dead hooked me.
Mhm.
Like to give an example. What about you guys? Like, are you caught up on the show or?
I watched the first season and then I fell off. It was good. And then I guess, when it takes so long for another season to come on for a new show that you're watching, and then eventually you get tired of waiting and then you're over it. That was me.
Yep. Okay.
So
I've watched almost all of the seasons, I believe. I think I'm on like the last episode of the last season.
Okay, so
So
you're the most caught up out of everybody.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So you
it's-
know who this like Vecna thing is.
He is very cool.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I'm glad they're basing it off of season 4 because season 3 was the mall, which that would have been cool because it was all 80s and 90s themed.
That was the 2019 one, I think. It was in Orlando.
Oh yeah, we got season 1 of that.
I could be
I
wrong.
think here.
I could be
I
wrong.
don't know.
they
But
all look the same to me.
when we start watching it, you'll see a difference because season 4 is, spoiler alert, they go into the what is it called, the upside down. They go into that, which is
Okay.
cool.
Yeah. See, I was watching Rick's Flicks, and he was saying this is the third year Stranger Things has been at Halloween Horror Nights, which had me going, wait, there's 4 seasons. This is the third year. So did they combine 2 seasons one year and I just don't know? Or did they skip a season?
They skip season.
they-
I think they skip season 2 or 3.
See, when he
I
said that,
know.
I was like, what?
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is weird. Because again, going back to what we talked in episode 2, when they did The Walking Dead, like they were doing that sequentially, like, with the new season, they were releasing a house. So it's kind of weird. Plus, it's also weird because the last Stranger Things house was 2019, from what he said, Rick's Flex. So there's been a 3-year gap with no Stranger Things at all. Yet, even though that's the case, all of us collectively, maybe all of us, when we saw the announcement, we were like, really, Stranger Things?
Nah. Wah, wah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it's in season 4 though, because that's the most interesting and the most like horror looking season.
Okay.
So that's why I
Cool.
like it. But it's just another, okay, I guess it's a maze pretty much.
Yeah.
I was just hoping for something different. I mean, I don't actually hate Stranger Things. I think it's good. I just think it's very overhyped. I think
Way overhyped.
like
That
yeah.
Well,
Okay, so the mazes are good. I'm just tired of seeing the same topic, the same, you know, theme going on with
Mhm.
this maze. It's old. I'm ready to move on. I'm sure a lot of people are. I'm sure I didn't read the comments when this was posted, so maybe it was crapping a lot on this. So
Yeah, it's like
we'll see.
I'm not saying that the mazes are bad. Like I didn't go into the one in 2019, and it could have been great. But it's like there's so many horror properties that you could do. That like why are we reusing the same ones? And you have like really talented people making these mazes. Like their craftsmanship and their creativity, great. Let them do something else.
Well, they're getting the big ones out of the way right now. I feel like once we get into the later episodes of this and then even just announcements, they're going to start getting into, the original houses. Usually they announce all those together because they know those are the ones that, aren't going to really draw anybody. These are the ones
Yeah.
that draw people so now they probably got a whole flux of people, Stranger Things fans buying tickets. So that's that's the strategy. So,
but sometimes the original ones are really good as well. Like the Scarecrow one last year, Nadia and I absolutely loved. You remember that one?
Nope.
No.
They're all
Never mind.
just kind of blended together at this point.
that is
Oh,
the
okay.
thing. That is the thing with HHN is sort of it takes a lot to be like a super memorable house. I kind of agree. You go through them in the moment, you enjoy it, you leave, you talk about it, you're screaming, you're laughing, you
Then you
go
forget.
home, and then by that time you already forgot about it. But I mean, it's just the
Mhm.
idea of going through a haunted house, or at least 9, 10, however many they have.
I feel like they become so forgettable because of how fast you have to move through them.
Exactly. Yes,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
definitely a contributing factor.
That's why I like the Blumhouse actually, because you go straight into another one, which is kind of nice.
Yeah,
So,
kind of gives you like a buy one get one kind of deal.
mhm.
But here's the official key art in case anyone hasn't seen this. This is that's what we're going with here. So there's 11 doing her 11 thing. She's still doing the 11 thing.
I
There's
thought she had
Vecna.
longer
Doing
hair
the
by
other.
now.
Yeah.
I thought she did, right?
I don't
Like
know.
in the
That was
last
a wig.
season.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I know I think it was last year, Millie Bobby Brown was actually at the event.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Was it Orlando or Hollywood she was
I
at?
think it was Hollywood.
Okay.
The year they
On their
didn't
Instagram,
do
I
it.
saw it.
Hiccups.
Oh, yes,
I don't know.
Yeah, the year they didn't do a Stranger Things.
It just feels lazy to me. A lazy decision to
Hmm.
just throw it in for another year. I can't think of anything else type of deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, again, going back to the Rixflix announcement, he was like kind of talking about how everyone was, kind of not thrilled with the announcement, but he was like, "Look, it's a brand new villain, right? It's like this is sort of did you guys see the merchandise that they released for this?"
I saw it online.
I think so,
So
yeah.
they're really heavily focusing on Vecna. Like Vecna is sort of the key art, I guess you could say, more than 11, more than Eddie, more
Yeah.
than any of the characters. So it's sort of like Vecna is almost like, along with the clickers, the villains of this year's event.
I'm
Mhm.
assuming Vecna is that guy in the back with the Freddy Krueger
Oh,
knockoff.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
yeah. So
Well, Vecna in season 4 he's almost the main character, better than 11.
really, wow.
So, which was a nice surprise, but I just don't like when they make TV shows an hour and 20 minutes long.
Yeah, no.
That's one episode. And it's like, okay, I got to get through there's like 6 or 7 of them.
I
That's
get lazy to see that.
it's 8 hours to finish one season. So,
Like I would rather limit how limited series do it, like the Chernobyl one on Max, I guess we can call it
mhm.
now. Like that was only like 3 episodes and they were like that hour and a half and it was like that was kind of fine. But once
Yeah.
you get into like, you know, I'm watching The Witcher and you get into like hour and it's like 8 episodes. I could watch so many movies and check so many on my letterbox.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
3 episodes is fine, but when they do like a whole series and it's like 16 episodes in one season and they're all an hour and a half long, It's like I can do much more with my time than to invest that much. The show's gotta be pretty damn good for me to put that time into it.
Right. Yeah. But what's cool is, did you know this? The guy who plays Vecna is the guy in Sweeney Todd who's going after Joanna, like trying to save her.
The young guy?
That's who plays Vecna. Yeah, he's in Sweeney
No.
Todd. I don't know.
I haven't seen Sweeney Todd.
Oh, you haven't seen Sweeney Todd?
I heard it's a musical, so I backed out.
Joanna.
No,
Yeah, that's her
I haven't-
name.
No, okay, hold on. This is a PSA for Sweeney Todd, and it's like the most horror-y Tim Burton movie,
is.
along with maybe Sleepy Hollow,
I know
seen
it's
that
rated
one.
R.
and it's rated R. So I would say arguably Sweeney Todd because there's so much gore in it. Him
Yeah,
slicing the throats of people.
You have
Damn.
Snape,
there.
Alan Rickman in there.
Mm.
I'm telling you guys, check it out. Don't let the fact that it's a musical sway you on that one.
If it's like a sort of a talky musical, like
Yeah, because it's Johnny Depp. He can't sing anyway.
Well, I always
Right,
think of Sweeney Todd as Edward Scissorhands. I get those like they're like the same
Mm.
person
I can
in my
yeah.
mind.
It's kind of is like if like Edward Scissorhands went off on people.
Well, I haven't seen Edward
Oh,
Scissorhands,
okay. So there you go. So I'm telling you,
Well-
man, both of you should check it out. It's so good. But anyways, he's in Sweeney Todd, the guy who plays Vecna. That's where I know him from. I'm not familiar with the rest of like any of his work, but
That's crazy. What a range.
right. And yeah, he does, to Nadia's point, he does look like and Kevin, give us some backstory on him, but he does look like Freddy Krueger. Like, is he burned? Like, is that his
Who is
look?
that guy?
No.
Yeah, like
No.
he took his hat off.
No, he is basically muscles that can protrude like trees, so they're like
one does.
veins.
So he's half
and
tree.
Well, he's not really. He controls the upside down pretty much. He's the king of there. He can. He
God?
rooted himself
Mm.
down there and stuff like that. So that's where he gets all of his power to come to the real world and haunt everybody. So he's a very, very good villain. So
Sounds like
I
a
wonder
pretty-
how much he'll be like in the maze. Actually,
he should be a lot in there, which is
He'll probably
nice.
be all throughout. Yeah. He'll
Mhm.
probably be all throughout.
Okay.
Because I mean, it would be easy, I think, to put just a bunch of like he's really tall, right?
He's in the movie, in the TV show. He's like 7 foot, 8 foot.
Yeah. So even if you don't have those people, just put them on stilts. Like they, you
Mhm.
put them on
Yeah.
stilts. Put
to the
them,
Mardi Gras people.
put them behind walls, kind of deal.
they got the stilt people in the scare zones. They look really
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Those are my favorite.
I mean, they have them during the day for the Mummy. Have
Yeah.
you seen those guys? Like
Mm-mm.
you guys don't
They
have
don't
those
have-
for the Mummy.
We don't have those.
So during the day, there's like two guys that are dressed as
Like pharaohs.
pharaohs, just on giant stilts, walking around and just like looking at you with their like weird eyes.
You talking about the Mummy ride?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We have the ride. We just don't
Don't
go
have those
during the day.
Cool.
Okay. So I mean, Stranger Things. It was obvious. I think it was sort of okay. Let's just get this out of the way. It's kind of a lackluster for us. I'm sure somebody watching right now is totally appalled at what we're talking about and being like, "How could you not be excited for this?"
The trolls are like,
Yeah. I mean, look, I agree. I want some new IPs. They don't have to be, like the original houses. They're going to be coming. I want some new IPs. So that's why I'm so ready for this Five Nights at Freddy's thing, because that's going to be really exciting.
I feel like even if I was a Stranger Things fan, it's like
me when I was The Walking Dead, I was like, come on, guys, stop doing The Walking Dead. Please.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Please. Like,
We
you
want
know that they had to have put away some stuff because they have to recycle this stuff. Like some of these elements from these houses, they have to. Like, there has to be a warehouse somewhere for both Hollywood and Orlando. You just put it in there and you let it collect dust, and then you bring it back out when you do a new event featuring Stranger Things.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, just to cut costs and everything. Are the Demogorgons in season 4 a lot?
They are because they're in the upside down, and now they have like Demogorgon bats, which are pretty cool.
Jesus.
But
that's
and then you have Vecna.
And Vecna's way more powerful than the Demogorgon.
He's the leader of the Demogorgons.
Okay,
Pretty
cool,
much.
cool.
God, we
Okay,
established that.
awesome.
Mhm.
Sweet, sweet. So, yeah, let us know down in the comments if you're a fan of Stranger Things season 4. Are you excited for Vecna to finally make his triumphant debut at Halloween Horror Nights?
Should we binge or all of
Should
Stranger
we at
Things?
least catch up to the show so that we
and
know what
prep?
we're looking at? I told Haley, I was like, I don't really feel the need to catch up. On
Part of me
Stranger
kind of
Things.
wants to just to put that on myself, just to stress myself out.
Well, this is the final season, right? Isn't that what they said?
Isn't
Season
it
5, right? Season 5.
Yeah, season 5.
Oh, they're up to 5 now? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
That's not till next year.
Next year, maybe 1 to 2 years. They said.
Oh Jesus! Especially now with all the strikes and everything going on.
Oh,
Mhm.
right.
It's crazy because like I said, if I was like a Stranger Things fan or Stranger Things like big fans in general that would flock to this event, being horror fans, the show's been on for so long. It's like I'm sure those big fans have been to at least one of the houses already. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But which is nice. This won't be like one of the other houses. I'm hoping that's what they're doing.
That's
They're
what
taking
you
us to
think.
that's what I think. So they're taking us down to the whatever it's called, the underground, the underworld. I'm going to call it upside down. That's what it's called. And just have the house in the upside down. I would be totally happy at.
So
with that.
literally everything you're walking through, it's all up on the ceiling kind of deal.
No, but so upside down is but not upside down as in like everything's on the ceiling. It's basically when they go into the upside down, like you know how some cameras flip this way and it like reveals a new area pretty much. That's what the upside down is. It's like a different dimension. Like you're here. I don't
It's
have
like a
my
mirror
thing.
image, right? Like looking through a mirror kind of thing.
Exactly, but it's all red and black. Those are the only two colors that come.
Okay.
So
Here's an idea. What if we go through the upside down world in the maze, but we're not upside down, obviously, but like it gives the illusion that we're upside down, and then people get sick.
that's the kicker.
that's the
There you go.
Hey, look.
Wait, so you want to step and vomit, Nadia? Is that what you're trying to say to me?
Well, no,
I mean,
Hey,
they
look.
clean it up first.
Hey, look. If you guys want to see something funny, all you have to do, and I'm talking to the people who make these houses, put in one of those rotating tunnels, right?
Oh gosh.
don't
That you
listen
have to
him.
hold on to railings as you walk through because it's rotating around you.
Listen to him.
She literally will, the moment she enters, her knees get like weak, and I like, because we went through one in where did we go through?
Orlando?
In Orlando, just like in a random like museum
It was
kind
the
of place.
Ripley's Museum.
Ripley's. And I literally had to hold her up under her armpits because she couldn't make it through.
It was so bad.
That's
That's a
funny.
trip.
Because we were also when Universal had the Poseidon's Fury.
Yeah, like the ride or
Yeah.
attraction, whatever.
Yeah,
They have a tunnel in
and
there.
they had a tunnel in there, and you didn't tell me about
I knew because I knew that would sway you from going on it. So in the back of my head, I was like, "Ooh, I can't wait for the tunnel part."
So the audience,
That's
so like
such
the
a
rest
troll
of the
move.
crowd is going through, and here I am, like crying on the floor.
Are
He's laughing.
you guys good going through those, or do you get
Yeah.
like really tripped up?
No.
I'd have to see in the moment. I don't
It's
know. Like right
weird.
now, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then you walk in, you're like, oh God. And you just like fall, knees weak, arms are heavy.
He's vomiting on his water already.
Vomit. Yeah, there you go. What have you never been through one, Nadia?
I want to say I
Do you-
have, but I don't think I have. Which is
You know the
tripping me out on
funhouse
its own.
ones? The funhouse ones
I've been
where
to
they
a funhouse mirror, like
Mhm.
the infinite mirrors type thing,
Oh yeah, those are
but
cool.
not like
And
any rotating one.
I love when the houses do that. Like they did it for Michael Myers one year,
Yeah.
where it's just a bunch of Michael Myers being
Oh, yeah.
mirrored.
Oh, that freaked
And
me
you
out.
didn't know
See.
which one was real.
Yeah,
or-
like one like a couple of them are
Mhm.
real, and all like the rest of them are
That
just
was-
statues.
That was
That was last year.
Yeah, I put
Yeah.
it on my channel when I vlogged it.
Yeah,
I
I
vlogged
think
2 of them.
Yeah.
like I'm not opposed to being scared when I go to these because that's the fun of it, letting your guard down.
Yeah.
Like getting I'm not like I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna
Ugh,
be a badass.
I can't
I'm
stand
not,
those people, and they're
You can't
inevitable.
scare
Like
me.
they are inevitable because they have alcohol in them, and they're like, oh, like fuck
You
this
can't
shit. Like oh, like
You can't
why are you
scare me.
here? Why
I-
are you here?
I love the people that act badass, but as soon as they get in the maze, they are
Scream like a little girl.
you scream like a little girl, and they drop back and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is comedy to me when that happens.
Well, we have a
But-
friend, Jacob, our ex
Oh, yeah.
coworker.
Mhm.
Jacob, if you're watching this, you're cool and all, but like he tries to act all tough. Like he's what is he, like a black belt? And he's
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna go through them, and if they touch me, I'm gonna punch him. And he was behind me in those mazes, and I had a backpack on, and he would hold on to my backpack and pull me back. So I'm like, you little pussy, you said you were gonna be all tough.
There,
But
there, there was
that was
one
fun.
maze too. He's deathly scared of spiders, and we had to go through like a spider thing. He had his head tucked into my backpack too.
Oh yeah, he was
Just
like,
he was literally like this walking through the spider thing. But he had a
awesome.
great time. That's all we cared. That's all
That's
he.
fine.
yeah.
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 Like that's fine. It's those people that don't,
They're like,
or like you're walking through and they're talking to the people like they're gonna talk to them, or it's like those people
yeah.
just kind of kill the fun for me. It's just I go into these and I purposefully, like you said, let my guard down. I want to either be terrified or more than likely I want to laugh my ass off.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
I tend to
That-
laugh my ass off.
I
that
do
was my
too.
point. Like I'm not opposed to being scared, but like whenever I go into the houses, like I'm always just so look at all that detail.
Because
Look
it
at
is
this.
cool.
And
Yeah.
like especially the
Mhm.
Beetlejuice house when they have like the accurate diorama of the town, like in the movie.
Mhm.
But so like, and like I jump, but I'm never really like head in the backpack kind of deal. Like I'm never like that, or I'm not
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
"Hey, help me." But when I was in that Michael Myers part with all the mirrors, like I remember I rounded the
Mhm.
corner and it opened the curtains, and I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Like that
We're
was like
Yeah.
the only
Uh-huh.
time I was like, and whoever was in front of me, I think it was you and Dave, had already darted out, and then Mikey was behind me, so I was in there
Where
alone.
the hell was Tony?
You know,
Yeah.
Oh,
Where was
dip.
Tony?
but I think
Tony put on a mask and was one of them.
it was one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I just know that I entered that room by myself. Like I don't know where I was
Pretty
in
cool.
between the group, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like I
That's
I
pretty
was
cool.
like ready to turn around, and I was like,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna go. That was like the only time I can remember really truly being scared because I'm like, what's a mirror? How many of you really are here? Like that was
Have you seen that video that's like a couple is going through a maze and a character comes and like, with a weapon and whatever, and the guy pushes the girl to him and he runs off? I feel like that would be you. I'm not saying you'd push her, but she would be like left alone. She's like,
you're on your own. Fend for yourself.
"Bye,
I
bitch."
would do that. Honestly, I would do that this year in the tunnel if they have a tunnel.
You would push me into the tunnel.
I would be like,
Bye.
figure it out.
Well, there was a tunnel a couple years ago. I forget. I think it was for a Beetlejuice house, and
Yeah.
the tunnel was broken.
It was. I was so pissed. I was like,
Broken.
yeah, like they didn't have it on. They didn't have it like turning.
So, like, as you were
Oh.
leaving the house,
You were just
Mm.
walking
the
through.
last part, like before you entered, like before you went outside, was that spinny
I
tunnel.
think it was because it was toward the end of the night, maybe, and
Maybe.
they were like, let's shut this off. I was like,
Mhm.
of course.
But see, I love
know
when
that.
those mazes have you make that like oh shit moment, like which
Mhm.
one is actually real? Because sometimes you can be like, okay, he's behind that curtain, he's behind that curtain, but like when they have those mirrors, you're like, you get a little anxiety. You're like, okay, I can't figure out which one is which. So
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm.
my
You get a little-
my perception of reality was gone.
I can honestly say maybe I've only been truly terrified handful of times, and the one that always sticks in my head, and it's obvious why, is, and I should show a photo of this in the next episode. I have a photo from my very first year going to Halloween Horror Nights. It was 2007, and
damn.
it was the Freddy, Jason, and Leatherface year. So they had gotten Freddy, Jason,
Ooh.
and the remake Leatherface. and going through the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house with the remake Leatherface, who's so huge, and they got actors that are huge like him. And I just remember there's a moment in there where it's just a long hallway of doors because you're in the Hewitt house, and just endless chainsaw noise effects. And then at the end of the tunnel, or at the end of the hallway, is like a strobe effect, and then you see him rev the fucking chainsaw and he runs at you.
That sounds
And
dope.
I was petrified. I was like, get me the hell out of here, get me the hell out of this house. Because that like movie genuinely does freak me out to a certain extent, because it's just
You
the
were
whole
also
film.
younger in your defense.
Yeah, way younger. Like that movie was what, only 4 years old at that point, 2007. It came out in 2003.
Mhm.
So it was fresh in my head. It has that whole found footage aspect at the beginning where like they found the footage of the walkthrough and everything.
See, they don't make them like that anymore. They
Oh
just
my
throw
God.
in recycled Stranger Things on him.
It was intense. It was intense.
Yeah, there was one time I remember, like, I went through a house. It was sort of like, I want to say it was Bride of Frankenstein, or I don't know. I can't remember. It was just like one of the more tame houses. Like, there was no blood or gore. It was, you were just more so witnessing like the atmosphere. And I remember I was walking out, and it was like a long hallway, and there was just people walking, doing like thinking that they were just going to go out. And you know how they have a cue that they go on, like it's probably like in their ears, like beep now, go now.
Yeah, like I hear they have something in their
Mhm.
ear that tells them go.
So like
Yeah, they
whoever
also
was in
have
front
cameras.
of me, yeah.
Mhm.
So whoever was in front of me had already went out, and this was like probably every bit of 30 feet, 30, 40 feet. And I was just walking. I was like, dum dum, all right, next house. And then right as I was about to leave, one of the scare actors popped out of what I thought was nothing, and it
Mhm.
scared the hell out of me.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything that like sticks in your head of being truly terrified in one of the houses?
Yes.
Yeah, Kevin?
I think
So,
so.
Nadia,
Yeah.
it was the first year I went to HHN with you. Well, I've only gone to HHN with you. So it was the first year we went together.
I would hope so.
And yeah, who is
On
she?
the next Maury.
Yeah. And it was the first maze. First HHN, first maze. It was Insidious. The Insidious maze. And it was pitch black for most of the things. And they were up high. So I'm here. They have like a little lever up here. They could not touch you, but like put their hand in front of
Reach
you.
down.
That was my reach down. That was my first scare, and I literally like felt my heart stop. And then after that, it was great. But I was like, that first little scare for my first HHN was the scariest. So
And they touched you? Like they actually touched you?
no, I mean, they maybe touched me on accident, but
Okay.
they,
I was gonna say because
they
I'm
were
pretty
close.
sure they're supposedly supposed to not touch you.
What's scary about
sometimes
that is that I don't even remember it.
Right.
You go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so no, if I mean I don't mind if they accidentally touch me because they're just trying to get a better scare out of everybody, so that doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a Karen and excuse me, sanitize.
Sanitize.
Okay, go Nadia. Yeah, I don't know.
I was gonna say what's scary about that story is that I don't even remember there being an Insidious maze.
It was over by
Like
Jurassic
that.
Park.
Jurassic Park maze?
Oh.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, there was one in the queue of Jurassic Park.
It was in the ride?
No. No, it was in the queue.
Yeah, no, it's not working for me,
Okay,
Chief. I don't remember.
No.
Here, try switching the letter. It was in the L. Okay. So
No.
Little dad humor.
Why I got it. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
my god.
I get it.
Oh my
Oh.
Jesus. Oof,
I was
been a
thinking
long
of
day.
like L.
It's been a long day.
I was like, is L another word for like a line? L line?
I always found it funny.
Yeah.
I always found it funny. They call it a Q, and I still to this day I cannot spell the word Q. Like I don't know how to spell
Isn't it
it.
QUE?
QUE.
Q
No, I said it
Q
first.
U E U.
Q
Q
U
U E
Q U
Q U E U E. Isn't
I
that
don't
it?
know. It's fucked up, man.
Yeah, it's
Whoever
weird.
designed it, it's not right. All right, so let's move on. So, okay, just show of hands. Who's excited for Stranger Things?
I'm like half a hand. Half a hand.
All right,
Kevin,
half
put
a
that
hand.
hand out. No, you're not.
And Nadia's
It's
half an
half a
itch of
hand.
her ear.
No, I'm not. No, I
Okay.
don't like it. I don't want it.
What you drinking there? What you drinking? Liquid Death?
No, I'm
What is it?
drinking Modelo. Sorry, Modelo.
Ooh.
We made a special beer run just for this episode.
Ooh. I like
I
it.
have off
Wow.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Work was a shit show this week, so I'm
I
good.
felt that.
Do we want to speculate on anything, or should we just move on to closing thoughts?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Let's speculate on this paper cut that I got right in between my fingers.
Oh, hold on. Can you show it? Can you show it?
No, you won't. I don't think you can see it. See that dot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurts.
Man.
Yeah.
I have a
That's it.
scratch from Felix right.
Oh,
In the
wow. Are you
webbing.
twinning on the same hand? Are you twinning?
Oh my god.
Oh, we're literally twinning. Wow. Love that for us.
Oh man, that reminds me. One of the worst jackass stunts of all time is in the first movie.
Yep.
They
Mm-hmm.
they purposefully give themselves paper
Oh.
cuts
On here
No.
in the webs of their toes
and on their like mouth right
There you
here
go.
on the mouth.
Ugh.
Yep.
Oh.
I can't like every time I watch that, I just go, oh.
I can't.
Mm.
There's
breathe.
no way. There's no way
You
you
couldn't
guys
pay
are
me.
not at least intoxicated or there's
Oh.
something going on
On
there.
something.
On something.
I
You
can watch
have to be.
anything else but that.
Yep. It's
Ugh.
rough.
It's
All
the
right.
fact that they like if they didn't get it, they would like go again and
Oh,
again
yeah.
until they got it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Give us a jackass house. That'd be kind of fun.
They kick you in the
All
balls.
right,
Oh,
closing
jeez.
thoughts. Everybody, we have our plane tickets.
Yay.
Wait, did we not have them the last episode?
No, the last
Oh.
episode we only had
No.
HHN tickets.
Oh.
So between last episode and this episode, we purchased our plane tickets. So those are officially, that was the biggest one. That was like the,
Yeah.
you know, I even told Haley, I was like, even though we bought the HHN tickets, I don't know that, I don't think they're refundable. Are they? Are they
No.
refundable?
No.
Maybe we could have gifted them to somebody. I don't know. But it's sort of like, all right, now it's really, really official because we're officially flying there. So now we just have to secure the hotel. I'm
That was my
trying
next question.
Yeah, I'm trying to strategize because I'm trying to figure out, and we have you here, so now it's good. Is it smart, because we're flying into LAX, is it smart to stay near Universal? Because is that where, like, is it close to Amoeba and the Funko place and everything?
It's in that
Yeah.
vicinity. Yeah.
It's close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
But if we're also looking to go to Disneyland or Knott's, that's not near LA. That's like what, an hour away?
It's like 30 minutes. It's like in between us
30
and
to
LA, pretty
45.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be like a trip for you guys, like to Uber or whatever you're going to do. But yeah, it's also going to be more expensive if you stayed near the park and all that.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll figure something out. I'll figure something out.
Yeah, because we stayed at in Seattle, we stayed at a Best Western, and honestly, that was totally fine with me. I'm not about like buying the top tier hotels. It's sort of like
Just
as long as there ain't bed bugs.
The experience
yeah.
hotels. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I'm not really about that. Like it made sense for last year because they have discount resort hotels
I'm
at
surprised they didn't.
Universal
Did you look into the ones at the park?
for Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, what? There's only one.
Oh.
Like you guys said, there's like a Marriott or something.
I think there's
I
a few
believe
around
so.
the park.
Yeah.
See, that's the one thing that is totally different between Hollywood and Orlando. Orlando is a resort, so there's like 5 or 6 hotels specifically
Oh.
designed to get you to Universal. Like there's a Hard Rock hotel. There's
Oh wow.
like they have everything. So here I feel
So
like there
that's
might be
like
1 or 2.
That's like Disney. Disney has like the 7 hotels around it, Nadia. and then like 2
Yeah.
like right next to the park. So
Well, I mean, there's a hotel inside too. The California Adventure.
yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That must
So
cost
okay.
an arm and a leg.
So I think that's the plan. I think we're going to try to stay close to where Universal is, and
where
then
the main
just
event is.
because that's where most of it's going to happen. Like you said, like the Disneyland thing is still up in the air. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when we'll get to that when that happens. But as long as we're in a close vicinity of Universal, Funko, Amoeba, all that stuff.
Because really the thing is like after Universal, because like you would leave there at like 2 a.m, like you said, you want to just go right to the hotel.
Yeah,
Not have
I don't
to
want to have to.
hike.
Yeah, I don't want to have to do a
Yeah.
big trek back to the hotel. So, so
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a smart move.
What's nice there is we have like a little taxi thing over there too. After you get off of the Universal lot, there's like taxis that can take you to like hotels and stuff. Like you don't have to walk that far for it, which is nice.
okay, nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's that. So maybe by the next episode, depending on when the next announcement is, who knows? Maybe we'll have that secured. But it seems like every episode we have a major thing taken care
in
of.
progress.
So we would love to
Yeah.
keep that. We'd love to keep that train going. But yeah, other than that, that's it. Thank you everybody for watching episode 3. Let us know, like I said, down in the comments. What are you excited about? Anything you want to,
Speculate
feel
on.
free. Leave it down there. It's what it's for. And also there was another big achievement unlocked between last episode and this episode. This guy right here made his first video. Look at him. He looks like a potato.
I did. Oh, I do. Oh gosh. Oh well.
It's okay.
It's
I'll
the
take
end
you
of the
off.
video.
Yeah, it's fine.
His,
But
his face
yeah,
is like
that was
3 pixels.
so. I felt like an old geezer though, because I always had to ask Nadia for help with everything. Because I'm not really.
Well, that's fine
like,
because
video
she's always
savvy.
like being, asking you for the tech help. So now it must be nice to have the roles reversed.
and it did good too.
I feel like it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I got a notification on my phone. We were like playing a mini golf game, and I got a notification. I was like, pause. We have to watch this. This is his debut video. So
You got loyalty, Kevin.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yay.
So who knows? Maybe in Insidious, the Red Door house is coming. Who knows? So, and I saw you both think that it's getting a little too much hate.
Insidious?
Oh yeah.
The new one, yeah.
The Red
Yeah,
Door.
It's getting a lot, but I thought
It was pretty
okay.
good.
Okay.
Oh.
Is it worthy of a house though?
No.
I can see them making it a house.
With what though? With just the door?
A lot of red doors.
Just doors that are
No,
red.
red doors, and then you going to the astral plane, and then going back to the real world astral plane, stuff like that.
See, I'm
I
not
feel
a
like
fan
they
of
could do
those.
that.
So
Not sold.
All right.
that's it.
Well, we'll be back. Go check out Horror and More, and I'll also have Kevin's channel linked down below because I can finally do that now. That's amazing. So go check out all that good juicy content.
I wish I could cut to the Felix cam right now.
Oh, the Felix cam. Yeah, he's just kind of.
He's literally just curled up in Edward's lap.
Curled up in my lap right here.
You need a Felix cam.
Oh,
Felix fan cam.
oh my goodness.
The whole video.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just been chilling here.
It's the baby.
Been chilling here.
Where's he gonna stay at while you guys are here?
A mutual friend of ours.
Yeah, someone that we
Trust.
trust and that has experience with cats. So he'll be taken care of for sure.
Okay.
Although he is technically permitted to fly.
He is. He's a emotional support animal. So
Oh. The hotel's gonna be like, you think that?
yeah, no.
Actually, I have documents. I do.
But
That's
we'll
good.
be back with episode 4. Thank you everybody for watching. Thanks guys for being here. As always, I just appreciate you doing this with us. This is a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun than if we were just on here by ourselves.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
It is a lot of fun. So,
and plus, I think one of my ideas behind this whole thing was it's going to make the inevitable when we meet up in person. It's going to make it feel even more surreal,
Cooler.
you know, because
Mhm.
we're just used to this kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like you're not a
'Cause
little screen anymore.
I'll tell you, it's the weirdest feeling
Yeah.
because that was me and Dave Durant Cinema. When I first met him, I was like, holy shit, you're real. Like, you are real. Like, you're like actually real. I thought you might have been fake.
Well, it was weird because
Well,
I
he-
mean, it was weird for me last year seeing both Dave
Right?
and Tony.
It's surreal.
Ew,
I
you're
mean,
tall.
he surpays. He plays John Wick sometimes. I mean,
Yeah.
he does a lot of things. You got to make sure he's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like because I am a small person, so it's like seeing anybody.
I'm curious though, out of the three of you, I'm even because I'm the tallest, like hands down, I'm the tallest. But I'm curious, like what
Yeah.
else, like where else? So it'll be me at the top in terms of height, and then who else is next? You know what I mean? Is it Nadia? Is it Haley? Is it Kevin?
We're gonna be like
I
an
think it's gonna
AT&T
be-
logo.
With the bars.
So, yeah.
I think it's gonna be Eddie, Kevin, me, and Haley.
I'm like barely 5'2".
What are you?
Oh, okay. I'm 5'5".
Okay.
Well,
Yep. There you go. That's what it is. So it's Eddie, Kevin, Nadia, Haley.
hmm
There we go. All right. We're going to go because we could keep talking. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody. We'll be
Yeah.
back with episode 4 as soon as it drops, whatever the announcement might be. And as always, there's one thing you have to do, and that is keep being fans of Halloween Horror Nights.
Running down the road.